I'm sorry, I apologize. Is Fran trying to call in?
Yeah.
Or- Hi, Fran, we're kind of waiting on you. I think you have an antique link. I'm looking at Charlie. This is Fran. She says that she hit the link that's on the agenda and it didn't work.
The link that's online.
The agenda one ends in KYGZ09. Charlie's working on it right now. Okay, Fran, we'll be looking at you soon. There I was apologizing that I had to turn my phone off. What were we saying about computers?
Start.
Okay, I call a meeting of the Nantucket Cemetery Commission to order for Wednesday, October 10th. I declare we have a quorum present, and we can move directly to the agenda. First item, public comment, seeing no public. Any commissioner comments at this point? Approval of the minutes. The numbers of the minutes from our September 10th meeting were posted. And any
Unless anyone has any comments about them, I move to approve.
motion to approve? Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, a second by Jason.
And as a matter of discussion, thank you, Fran, you found a typo.
Okay, so roll call for the agenda approval. Scotty?
Aye.
Jason?
Aye.
Lee?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Fran?
Aye. Aye.
Okay. Sales of lot sales.
Mary says she doesn't.
Yeah, we've had a couple of inquiries. We keep getting, people will call and say, and what I normally do is set a time to meet them out at the cemetery and show them what we have available and give a little history of the cemetery. But so nothing to report this month. Project updates. Split rail fencing at Fulton Historic College Cemeteries is still
They are
work orders.
basically ready to go. They asked if when convenient for you, if you could call Ray or Nikki.
Yeah.
So they can meet you out there, and they are ready to roll whenever you are available to meet.
Oh, I see.
I
Okay,
talked to them about it the other day.
so how do I get a hold of them?
You have Ray's number, don't you? Well, I'll make sure you have it
Okay,
before
yeah,
we leave.
yeah, all right. I think I do somewhere.
Yeah, it'll be
Buried
Ray.
in my phone somewhere. Monument Restoration Project, Newtown and New North.
Newtown is progressing.
Mhm.
You've seen some of the stones up already. There are some others that have been
I've seen it.
exhumed and are kind of laying sideways, so we've still got the clamps on them, so that's ongoing.
Yeah.
We did approve, I think, last meeting, they're gonna D2 solution the whole shooting match over there for us, and then I just approved some language change, and we are lining up to release New North next Tuesday. So
Okay.
forbidding, yeah, we made a little change in the requirement that references should be for historic headstone restoration work, and that we will be requesting copies of the reports, because we had an issue of the last bid that, one of the companies that had the lower bid, references did not come back to cemetery restoration work. They were for other work, and then the people that I called about looking for the reports that they're supposed to file, nobody had a copy of it, for this or that, so to try to avoid a lengthy potential disqualification process, we're just making everyone aware that this is what we specifically require.
Did not meet requirements. Charlie, you gave me this at the last meeting and I've just forwarded it to Scott and,
Yeah.
this is-
Bring it back in a month.
Brandon, do you have a question?
Yeah.
Right.
When I talked to the guys when they were working in Newtown Cemetery, they mentioned that they had once again cleaned the stones in the Quaker Cemetery. But there are two stones in the Quaker Cemetery up by the corner of Quaker Road and Matticat Road that they have never cleaned. And if they're out and about cleaning stones, it would be really nice if they would get those two neglected stones as well.
I will make a note.
Thank you.
Fran, where, I heard you say Quaker, but
Yeah,
specifically where?
the two stones in the Quaker Cemetery that just never get cleaned are up close to the corner of Quaker Road and Matticat Road, up by where the wooden sign is. And they're sort of green with algae, whereas all the other stones are cleaned. And the guys who were working in Newtown told me that they had sort of given the Quaker Cemetery stones another cleaning, but once again, they've missed the two stones that are pretty close to that corner.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, anything else on monument restorations?
And similarly, I will follow up with the company, the people we've contracted to come out to do the ground penetrating radar for Old North. See when they plan to come out.
Oh, okay, for Old North?
Yeah, we're gonna do ground penetrating radar
Oh.
on the, as you look at
right.
Old North on the left side where there may have been wooden headstones, just to find out what
Exactly.
is there.
Okay. Okay,
That would
Newtown,
be fun.
any update from Newtown? As far as Tracy or,
Nothing yet. I was in a meeting with Bob this morning. We talked about it. It's still in progress. It's gonna be kind of a lengthy
that's right.
ordeal because of the nature of it, unfortunately. But it is on their list. They are still.
Yeah.
should be-
1998, and the planning office then accepted a consultant's report that a portion of the cemetery had been offset, sold. And since then, there have been title questions, which I think are irrelevant. But I'm not a title specialist, and they are. And so they're taking step by step to demonstrate that it is legally a cemetery.
And that's sort of the last step that we're waiting for, is to have that area declared as a cemetery so we can lay out some.
Our meetings will be longer when we figure out what on earth we're gonna do.
Yeah, I know.
Where we're gonna park cars.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I think we have an idea of that because we had discussed this some years ago as far as what there is. But yeah, it was interesting. I noticed there were some police cars in there. This was a while ago. And so I stopped and I walked in to see what was going on. Apparently there were some kids partying in there.
Oh, yeah, and that corner.
That goes without saying.
Yeah. So the police were there. And I spoke to one of the officers to say, how was this called in, or how did you figure this out? And he was a little vague about how, whether it was a call in or what. But, so anyway, it was nice to know that in fact the police do keep an eye on that cemetery, that they're there used to be a party spot because there is a pond back there, cow pond that sits way in the back. But there was a path that goes from the cemetery back to the pond. And there was evidence of habitation or attempted habitation back there. So,
It'll be good to clean it up.
well, when I check the cemeteries, that's sort of, I try to get around to the different parts of the cemetery. And at Newtown, there are all sorts of other places that kids can go, and of course, the high school kids walk through this. Brett, what's the update on the historic colored cemetery film?
It's going to be shown at the Dreamland Sunday, October 9th at 4 p.m. And right now they're running the trailer for it before their features. So it'll be interesting to see how many people come to see it.
Frank, could you repeat the date, please?
Sunday, October 19. At 4
Got it.
p.m. Mhm.
Good, all right. Any comments about, you've heard back from about the film?
Not at the moment. But I have a question. I drove by between Old and New North Cemetery a couple of days ago, and there's something going on at Wires Way. There are signs up, and it looked like a truck or some kind of something is going on along Wires Way next to Old North Cemetery that involves some signs about work going on there. And I wondered, Alan, if you were aware of this.
Yeah,
You're more likely to know, because of the land bank than any of us.
exactly, yeah. The property is owned by the same, one of the local developers working on the projects and so on. And the land bank has a right of way down the driveway because we own the landlocked parcel behind that. So we have a right of way into that property. There's been some discussion over, what the developers are trying to do with it. I've talked with the developers several times, and
But right now, something is happening there.
all right. Well, I'll follow up and see what's going on down there because the land bank is involved with that particular parcel or access to it.
Mhm.
Joe, I'm not gonna put this into the minutes, Fran, because I've got a hazy memory of a legal notice that these developers are working with probably the planning board or zoning board of appeals for some kind of waiver that will allow them to subdivide the property, Alan?
Yes.
Yes, subdivide the property and then start construction. Well, this is just casual because I don't have the specific reference.
But some kind of work is actually going on there, and there are posted signs on Wires Way.
All right, I'll check it out on my way home. I'll see what I can find out. One of the things about that parcel is, well, never mind. Yeah, there's the developers have some issues, let's put it that way, in terms of what they can do and can't do and so on the property. And there has been so anyway, I'll find out more about what's going on down there. One of the concerns I had is it's a very narrow driveway. And if they're gonna take heavy equipment in there, bulldozers or whatever it is to clear the ground, they're gonna be right up against the cemetery property. And there isn't a lot of space there to maneuver because of a huge tree on the other side. So anyway, I'll check it out and see what's going on, see if I can find out stuff. Okay, I can't believe we're at the end of our agenda already. Any other issues to come before us?
You go first, Scott.
Okay. Layout at Pulpus.
Yes.
I'm dying to know where we are with that.
Oh,
I'm back.
you're back,
Yeah.
and we
Do
have
we have toe markers?
the markers.
All right. We do?
I think
So
so.
I gotta order the because I gotta rewrite your list,
All right.
and it's in process.
Okay. Yeah. I know. We'll calm down. And
Oh.
when those toe markers come in, we'll go for it because the flags are still up. So Fran, we went and we laid it all out, but we were about 48 toe markers short of a barbecue, as we say.
I know. Well, that was my mistake also when we were laying out, there's that diagonal line across the cemetery.
Well, I think that was important that we discovered actually
Yeah, I know.
what.
Yeah.
needs
So
to be laid
we
out.
have, what is it? I believe it's 15 to lay out in that remaining space. Over 15, I forget what it was. But
It's quite but there's a lot of.
yeah,
Plus replacing the existing
Yeah.
ones on the end of each row.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So that's in process. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
mainly just because you wrote the paper like this, and I wrote the other ones like this.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm trying to, I want to make sure I'm
Okay.
translating it all so that everything lines up.
It's confusing when you're in the field.
Yeah.
Lee,
Fran, you and Barbara had proposed at one time to do a survey or census of the burials in Quaker.
Yes, Barbara and Mark are off to Australia until just before Christmas. So it's something that we intend to do. I may get started before Barbara gets back, but it's not going to be before our next meeting for sure.
Okay, thank you. Some of my intrigue and all that was our discussions of how many burials are actually there. And
Yeah,
at one time you said 5,000.
5,000 is an estimate that we've made based on how long it was used, what the population was year to year, what percentage of the population were Friends. We could be really off, and it would be much nicer to actually count up from the death records for the Society of Friends. And we really do intend to do that. So just bear with us. But there's something else now that Scott is back, and that's the monument for Absalom and Hannah Boston.
We need to put that on, read that in the minutes in September. We would have to put that in December's agenda for me to bring back the notes so we can all discuss what we want to do. Because I won't be here for November. Unless I email you. Unless I email you guys the designs and you can discuss it in November and decide what you want to go with and the prices.
this is,
Yeah, no, I understand what Scott's saying. For the special monument for Absalom Boston and his wife, which has been proposed for some time. Scott won't be here at our next meeting, but we'll be here in December. And is proposing, if it's acceptable to us, that he send you all the information for an agenda item in November. And I'm in favor of that.
Yeah, and if I
Yeah.
can zoom in on that, I just don't know what the time difference is going to be.
yeah,
Where are you gonna be?
New Zealand.
Yeah.
So Scott, this will include what the monument will cost.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And you providing different
Options.
Options.
Yeah, yeah.
Good, okay. Anything else to come before the commission this afternoon? I declare then that we are at the end of our agenda and the meeting is adjourned.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Thanks, Fran.
Bye-bye.
Cover well.